All right. As the title says, my new keyboard came in yesterday, and this will be the first stream using it. The first Stardew stream, the first stream in general. And I'm excited to try it out. I mean, I've already been using it, but I haven't played a game with it yet. I don't think. Yeah, no. Well, okay, I played a little bit of Terraria yesterday, but... Ooh, Leo's birthday. Isn't he still... 1 heart away? Okay. So it looks like we're about to achieve max hearts with everyone in the valley. For some reason, my wife is a little upset today. You love pumpkins. Have a pumpkin. Seriously, I don't know why. Wife. Or married spouse hearts go down. I didn't think they did or were supposed to, but... Okay, this already immediately feels way different. I'm just gonna be real about that. This feels like, I'm like so not used to this. How many do we need to ship? Oh god, 250. 255 we need to ship. That's not 255. That's like... a little bit less. It might actually genuinely be 10 less than what I need. Oh, but I have 3 days. There's a harvest tomorrow. We should be good. We should just be good, but... I'm a little spooked. So I'll give it one more thing. I say one more thing. I'll plant one more set. The last of my beans. Just want to play it safe. Because I hate to put in all this effort for nothing. Let's go give Leo a gift for his birthday. After I harvest these diamonds. So I wanna really start moving towards completing all of the achievements. Because honestly, I feel like I haven't really been. I mean, I've been getting achievements here and there, but like some stuff I've just been completely ignoring, like crafting every recipe, which, don't get me wrong, this is gonna take a long time to get through all of these, and it's probably not gonna make for a very interesting set of streams, but it is a part of what I want to do. I thought I've definitely eaten moss soup. I could have sworn I've cooked it before, but maybe I'm wrong. Let's go ahead and take a rabbit's foot. We are entering fall very soon as well. Let's not forget. And I saved a full batch of starfruit for making Junimo huts. During the fall, it's going to be another normal month of just doing what I need to do. But winter of this year, winter year 5, is going to be the year I think I start setting up Junimo huts, getting some of that automation going. Also maybe changing around the layout of my farm, starting to tidy things up a lot. Like better storage, better crop layout, hopefully a free range for my animals to run around. I think some animals are very unnecessary for me to get. I don't think there's any reason for me to get sheep, because rabbits give wool. Probably not as frequently, but like as sheep would, but you know. Really, no achievement for that. Or does Leo just not count and I already got an achievement for relationships? Who knows, but either way, that's still an achievement in and of itself, even if I don't get an actual digital award for it. There are some things that I could start doing before winter. I mean, don't get me wrong. Like, I think moving every form of tree farm to Ginger Island is a worthwhile thing to do. These tapping setups, those can go on Ginger Island. I feel like I don't frequently actually need this stuff either, but I still want to produce it a good amount, you know? I'm just wandering back and forth because I'm a little lost on what exactly to occupy myself with right now. It says we have 3 days for the thing, but that's these 3 days. there's the big harvest tomorrow. So if I need anything extra, I'm kind of fucked. I'm just trying to do the math in my head again. We have 10 to... Am I actually going to have exactly enough? No, with these numbers, I'm 5 short still. Because we have 240 planted. We need 255. I just planted an extra 10, that's 250. So unless we got like a large fruit, which I think gives a little extra, we're down. So I'm gonna go like do whatever I can, really, to try to bring in some extra beans. I don't think when I set up those beans last time, I realized how much of a risk I was taking. I have the real idea. I know what the real idea is. You can get beans from digging. And I have spare treasure totems. Because I don't just want to get 5 and be like, yep, that's as many more as I said I'd need. And then just plant those. I want to be actually sure that we're good. Awkward, but sure. There's room here for some more. Yeah, this should be good. Deluxe speed grow. Beans. Because this covers 24 tiles. Multiply that by 10. 240 koi fruit planted right there. You know what? At least I noticed, you know. At least I actually noticed. And saved myself the heartache of messing that quest up again. Like I've so regrettably done before. Does wife relationship decay just to give you an excuse to kiss them and talk to them every morning? Oh right, we're still waiting for a kid to come in. Because I found out that we kind of need a kid. 2 kids. For one of the achievements, so... But once we have those achievements... Killing them both... killing them both and, destroying the crib again. Alright. No big fruit, and we even had one decay on us. So that's 239. If it was 240, we would have had 4... $85. If this was the 240 we expected, we would have had 285 and needed 15 more. Thing there's a 24 backup. I guess I did my math wrong. It wouldn't have been 10 more needed. It would have been 15. So yeah, so we'll now say 2 days. And then tomorrow we'll say final day, so... Still to this day, I do not know what to do about the train... The trains that pass through the valley. Still no idea if they do anything for me. I think they do, but... So this thing is a dragon, right? Or like a dinosaur. Yoshi. And we have a void egg. Or a void chicken. I'll start hatching up another void chicken. Leave those in there for now. Here's what else I'm gonna do. Gonna empty the fridge a little bit. Blue Jazz. What do you cook out of Blue Jazz? I don't know. Yeah, over here was my cooked stuff. Resources? What am I thinking of? Storage. Artisan goods, cooking, or just blank like coffee. Actually, coffee I'll keep in the fridge because it's right next to the coffee maker and I don't want to walk all the way over here every morning. Plus it makes the other stuff. The triple shots. I'll sell all the eggs and the milk. I wanted to see if... Okay, I guess I sold all my extra stuff. I wanted to see if wool made clothes. So I'll turn that into more silk. Bone mill those, because why not? And I do want to attend the Dance of the Moonlight Jellies tomorrow, because that's a very pretty event. Yeah, and eventually my fruit trees and stuff I want to put on Ginger Island as well. Well, now that I think about it, not all fruit trees can go there. Because I think Ginger Island is just infinite summer. So I think just anything summer specific can grow there or produce there year round. So that'd be a good place for solar panels to yeah. Let's start looking into cooking a little bit. Void mayonnaise. So it's good that I have void chickens now. I'm gonna start having to reproduce a lot of things that I stopped producing a long time ago. Oh boy. I might have to pull up some sort of tracker on the side. At a certain point. Squid ink appears to be a cooking resource. So if I do that, I am now able to craft or cook seafoam pudding. And does that unlock it here? Yes. It's just cooking them. You don't need to, like, eat them or anything. I don't need to keep hold of these any longer. What say we? What say we? Pierre's. Just in anticipation of all the cooking I'm gonna be doing. Let's go with... sugar. Flour, rice. So squid ink I'm gonna have to source myself. But buying all these things saves me a lot of effort. Don't have to grow my own rice or anything. Which I think is a thing you can do. You can like mill your own rice, but... there we go. Like, if I ever cooked hash browns before, you know, like... all these little things, I have indeed cooked hash browns before. This wouldn't be a bad situation to have advanced crafting information on. So I can just glance and easily see... like, yeah, everything that I'm able to craft right now, I've already crafted before. I could have sworn I crafted moss soup in the past. Algae soup, that's what it was. Back in the early days, I crafted algae soup to keep my energy up. Nowadays, I feel like my energy is, like, never even low. Which is kind of crazy. Right, I'll cook a moss soup. Can these be turned around? I wonder. No, I wish there were more rotations for things like that. Another thing is crafting every recipe in here. Like, that's another achievement. Oh boy. These things are gonna take a long time. I feel like for now I just need to set my sights on one thing in particular that I want to get done and just put all my focus on that, because otherwise... I'm just gonna go crazy. Wouldn't it be crazy if I just went crazy? That just makes a plain shirt. Which looks like that. Alright. So yeah, if I look at the achievement list, try thinking about what I want to focus on right now. Earning 10,000 gold is one thing. That'll happen over time. Get married and have 2 kids. Cook 25 recipes. Reach the bottom of the dangerous mines is an easier one. Cook every recipe. Craft every item. Perfection. So just doing 100%. And there's also beat Journey of the Prairie King and beat Journey of the Prairie King without dying. I should have an arcade stream at some point where I beat both the arcade games. That could be fun. Right, but let's sleep. Now, this is the final day of the quest. It will count if I ship them today and then they get registered tonight, right? It'll count. It'll count. PM. Alright, and tomorrow we're gonna have to deal with the new season. The fact it's a new season. This 24 is enough. It'll count. I want to go check something. I will be back in just a little bit. I'm back. One of my uncles isn't home, but the door to his bedroom was ajar, and the wind kept slamming it. Not so much that it would close, but so much that it would make... It's just been making such annoying banging noises all day. It's like, fuck. Shut the fuck up. So I went and I closed that door. What was I gonna do? Right, I sold the queefruit. Shipped it. I don't really have much else to do today, aside from Midnight Jellies. So here's a fun idea. Why don't I take a beach warp totem and head to the caves or something? These aren't... These aren't anything I really care about. I'll just do ladders and I'll go caving anyway. The ladders thing might actually be pretty helpful. Of course, I'm just stopping off at the quarry first anyway. I'm making myself laugh. I was just thinking about how, I would personally never want to have a Stardew Valley run go longer than, like, 10, 20 years if I could help it. Because I feel like it would start ruining my immersion. The fact that all the old people are still alive, all the children are still children. And then that made me wonder if there were any aging mods for Stardew that made it possible for characters to actually grow old and pass away. And then the idea that you get like... You only get like 30 to 40 good years. And then from there you like start getting slower. Your energy goes down. And then like 80 years into the game you just die. It's just how real life works, you know? Yeah, this ladder thing ain't bad. You know, I guess I already get an ore boost from my profession, so ain't too bad. I want to have a more comfortable amount of gold, so maybe I should spend more time. Spend more time like this, you know. Hmm. Alright, we can still find Quee beans currently. Okay. So we have like 5 more hours. Low-key, when I play this game modded, honestly, I think this is just my vanilla run, right? And then I'm gonna do a run that's like got content mods and it is all good like that. After that, if I ever do a regular run again, I think I'm still gonna incorporate some slight mods. Nothing content heavy, but maybe like quality of life and just like neat little changes. And I think one of them I want is any mod that's like makes the game more optimistic. So I'm just thinking about how like I'm gonna go to the Dance of the Moonlight Jellies soon. And my wife, whom I've been married to for years at this point, is gonna be standing on her own and I'm gonna walk up to her and she's gonna say, like, I feel like being on my own. Actually, no, she says that at the luau. I don't remember what she says at the Dance of the Moonlight Jellies, but my point still stands that every year at that same event she says, I feel like being on my own. Don't let me bring you down. And it's like, why not just spend time with me? Aren't we supposed to love each other? I'm so happy the game lets you turn your Infinity Blade into the Meow Meow. Or that the game lets you turn any weapon into any other weapon. As is. Just happens that I used it for the purpose of getting a Meow Meow that's actually powerful. I think this is... yeah, this is our first Moonlight Jellies with Leo, so... that's cool. Sorry, I just cracked my neck because, I don't know, I've been feeling stiff today. Baby jellies, can that happen? Yeah, I don't actually know what Abigail says in this event. Do I have a negative status effect on me? Such a rare and exciting thing. Did I just bug the game out? It's kind of funny. Well, as long as I'm not still dying, I'm cool with it. Good evening. The Moonlight Jellies are close. I already saw one glowing in the distance. Am I gonna be glowing in the cutscene? Of course I am. I am one of the jellies. There actually are babies this time. It's cool that it can be different. Oh, Abigail's sitting down? I didn't even see her do that. Oh god, yeah. Beautiful event, but I forgot it means that I'm waking up tomorrow at the start of a new season and I'm gonna have to do so much, so many chores. That's chores. That's chores in despair, if you didn't know. That's how you say chores in despair. And I'm in despair. These are fine. The corn will stay through 4. The coffee, not so much. And I don't know if I said it last stream, but like I was zoned out and I just planted another batch of melons accidentally. So those I don't so much care about. Alright, let's get her done. That's the request completed. Infinite energy today is very useful. Mining blessing doesn't matter because today is a farm day. Let's get that packed away. You know, maybe these melons weren't such a bad thing. I just hit 2 tiles at once, didn't even know you could do that. And also because the coffee was already planted there, we still have that patch tilled and watered. It's just the middle patch we'll have to fix. Okay, what are we doing for 4? Pumpkins are an obvious one. We could do eggplants. I'll have to check it out at Pierre's because I don't remember what's what. Probably use this large patch next to the corn for eggplant or something. Just to like maximize profits. Having the big patch be used for something regrowable, you know? It's crazy for me looking back at the old VODs of this playthrough. And like, seeing my beginnings. There was a time where for like a day, I had some fences placed around a little... Oh, I forgot I got the reach thing on the... Wow. Yeah, I forgot I had reaching on this. I should really get that on the hoe too at some point. I want to. But yeah, there was a point for when for like a day I had some fences and a gate placed around a little patch of crops because I thought that mattered. Doesn't. I think I should also be trying to think about cooking recipes too, like I should be saving some extra things in case they're ingredients. Maybe that's what I'll do. I might grow a patch of eggplant, the obvious pumpkins, and then use the other patch for something infrequent, you know, something I don't grow too often. So let's see. Eggplants. I always forget exactly how many I need. It's 24 times 8, 192. So I'll buy 200. So other fall crops include bok choy, yams, cranberries, wheat also seems to be included. Oops, didn't mean to buy an amaranth, but if I'm being honest, amaranth is actually what I was considering getting anyway, so... And let's get some pumpkins. Gonna get 2 batches because we'll have time. That's a good point. We'll have time for 2 batches of pumpkins, but amaranth only takes a week. So after the amaranth, we could do yams and bok choy. Oh god, artichokes are also full. That's fine. Okay. So here was the deal. This middle plot, eggplants. Let's get those planted. I'm kind of curious why they're called eggplants and they look nothing like eggs. I like aubergine. I think that's a way more fun word for describing them or whatever. It's a more fun name. I forgot. You're not able to put... Oh, you are able to put fertilizer. Okay, thank God. I did forget to buy more from Pierre though, so I'm gonna have to go back to Pierre's. Is this something that came with farming XP, or is it... Because I could have sworn there was a time I wasn't able to fertilize after I'd already planted. Anyways. I'm honestly just gonna buy a boatload of fertilizer. Do I already have that recipe for the better fertilizer? Yeah. The iridium I don't mind, but it's the sap I care about. So that gives me another idea for something to do. When I said I was going to buy a boatload of this stuff. You know how often I use fertilizer? Yeah, I think I'll go ahead and plant a bunch of mahogany trees around my island farm and start getting ready to tap them. Because they are the ones that give sap. Regular sap. Like I said, iridium I'm fine with. I can get oodles of iridium from that one place. It is 1 iridium per 5, which is very steep, but... Believe me, it's a lot more interesting getting a bunch of iridium than anything else. Okay. Did I already have yam seeds? Don't see them. Bok choy? Don't see it. Amaranth? Had a little bit. Isn't amaranth a it's not a flower, right? No, it's the purple-y stuff. I don't think I have any. I know what amaranth is. Don't you worry. I don't care so much about the quality of these things, because I got them just for... their potential use in cooking recipes. So actually, I can guarantee that I'm able to get all of this stuff harvested by the end of the month. If I use some deluxe on all this shit. Alright, I was just checking Discord. I'll go... I'll go in order of longest to shortest, why not? So this 10 days for these should be more like 8 days. Profession plus speed grow. I'll clear these out too, because I kind of want to use this area of land for grass again. Make sure I don't run out of... hay before the winter, or during the winter or anything. Speaking of which... we have a good amount, but you've got to think we're feeding so many animals. Can't even keep track. Do we have, I think, obviously 12 rabbits. I think 8 chickens, or is it just 4? Okay, it's just 4 regular chickens. But there are currently 8 animals in here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Are you stupid? It's 6. I think 22 animals is how many we're feeding right now. So every day, this depletes by 22. Actually, I don't think they eat every day, to be honest. I think some days they aren't hungry. And I actually think in, like, the barn, for instance, it overfeeds here. I don't know if it refills every time they eat. I assume it does. Even though it doesn't technically need to, when you think about it. Nonetheless, we're done for today, so let's move on to tomorrow. I haven't planted mahogany trees in a while. Here's hoping I have a good amount of saplings saved up. Or seeds. 13 is fine. Bring with me wood and stone for pathing. So I'm not sure which direction I want to go with pathing yet. Some of that. I think there are a few mahogany trees at the island as well, so... ooh, yeah, we're gonna be getting mushrooms too. This season. You've heard of mushrooms. Now introducing. Mushrooms 2. Every little bit will help, so if I can collect more of these seeds, then that'll be great. So we already got an extra 3. Alright. Island time. I think. Yoink. I'm gonna stop by Mr. Quiz first. Yeah, we're gonna have to clean out a lot of that stuff. That's why I brought stuff for pathing. So that I can make it so that debris won't grow around the trees at the very least. There are a few mahogany trees here, so hit these up for a few more saplings. I'm gonna keep saying saplings on accident instead of seeds, so I think I'll just make the executive decision now to just not correct myself. And I do get here in time for one of these. Okay. This is honestly a very interesting decision. I've already made my mind up in my head. While getting more Legend 2s would be nice, it is still an achievement to reach the bottom of the dangerous mines. Plus, this would let me get more radioactive ore. And it also gives more Quee gems. I think last time I got that achievement, I just used it for stuff. You know, the stuff with the things. I think I should prioritize recipes for the craft every recipe achievement. But I really want to try out these Junimo chests. Hold on. 90... 30... I don't like that this has a 1 next to it. Is this like a one and done? I can only buy these and then never again? But what if I lose them? Like, it lets me buy multiple horse flutes. Right, I'll get the recipes. Bluegrass. Hoppers. Hoppers might genuinely be useful. I'm not sure yet. Yep, that seemed very one and done, didn't it? Honestly, I will buy mushroom tree seeds. I'm here to set up a tree farm on Ginger Island. That includes mushroom trees. I would not mind getting some of those placed down. What would even be the best use for the Junimo chests, then? What 2 points could I connect to get, like, the most value out of them? Dude, there's so many weeds around here, I didn't even see, like, these sprinklers. Isn't that crazy? I know I'm pretty much clearing all this stuff out for it to come right back, for it to come right back. First opportunity it gets. But it's more about just I wanted to clear the land. So I know where I can and can't place things. I'm thinking of doing the same thing, going just stepping stone path around the trees. I could do 2 columns of 10. I could do 5 columns of 4 or 4 columns of 5. But if I do 2 columns of 10, then I'll be able to collect the stuff a whole lot easier. So just grab roughly that much. And this is where I'll put the first tree. Of course I would... It's not a massive deal, but I bought 1 less tree fertilizer than I could actually use. Hooray! Alright. So that's 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I may not actually have space to do what I said. This already is 5 trees. So I'm trying to think, if I go this way, I get 1, 2, 3, 4, 8, 9, 10. Gets right here. 3, 4. That's 5. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We fit in 3 more like that. Alright, let's just go down this way for now. And this is mostly temporary. I think the permanent fixture don't know how I did that. But I think the permanent fixture here will be not dissimilar to how this looks right now. But probably make it look neater at some point. Tidier. Right now I just want to get a tapping farm set up so I can mass produce like sap and things. Don't really need these anymore. They were here for the star fruit. Can't really be bothered to get rid of them right now. That can wait. Yeah, I bought the hopper recipe. How much is that? That much. So let me tell you what I think the hopper could be useful for. Is deconstructing. But I don't know how that works. If I put a deconstructor here... and then a hopper behind it... the hopper itself is a thing. So if I take sprinklers and I put sprinklers in the top here, that went ahead and took out a quality sprinkler. Am I going to have to empty it myself? Or is the iron bar or whatever going to go straight back in? I don't know. I think it's a gold bar as well, by the way. I don't remember exactly. I think just whatever the most the highest value item that made the recipe is, it gets turned into that. I don't know. But if I go to bed now, come out. There is indeed a gold bar waiting for me. Which begs the question, what's the fucking point? That question is just really begging to have an answer, isn't it? Something curious about this new keyboard of mine is the keys are just blatantly wrong. I didn't pay a penny for it, it was a birthday gift. But for a 40 Great British Pound keyboard. That's like 45, 50 bucks in American. I don't know. Well, I know roughly what the exchange rate is, but I don't know how to just exchange it in my head. And yet the 2 has an @ symbol next to it, but doing Shift 2 gets me quotation marks. And next to my enter key is an... I think the name of it is an asterisk. Asterisk? What am I talking about? Is it an asterisk? Asterisk. No, I know what an asterisk is. Why am I looking it up? What is this called? It's like... What am I fucking talking about? Of course it's an apostrophe. You'd think I was born yesterday. Okay. Next to my enter key is the apostrophe quotation marks key, but hitting that with Shift gets me an @ symbol. I guess the @ symbol doesn't exist in Stardew, but you get the point. Shift 2 gets me quotations, even though there's an @ symbol there. Also, I forgot there was an emote wheel even in this game. Raise this barn, raise this barn. 1, 2, 3, 4. How dumb of a song that is. I hate how catchy it also kind of is. Is this gonna get me a oh, dude, I will have so much respect for the dev if this gives me like a fake muscle suit. Letterman? I guess it was an energy tonic, not a protein shake. Thanks for the random chair. Abigail. Oh, and I kind of want to look this up. Stardew Heart Decay. Friendship. Friendship can be earned with Pelican Town's villagers. As friendships deepen, the villagers' dialogue lines become more friendly. Cutscenes called heart events occur. Villagers are more likely to send gifts in the mail, and marriage is possible with one of the dateable villagers. I just want to jump to decay. Each day, not talking to a villager will slightly decrease their friendship unless their heart meter is full. If the player is married, decay never stops with their spouse, even if the player is at 14 hearts with them. Decay rate -20 a day. Let me look at the point system again. Each villager has a friendship score represented by a 10 heart meter, except the player's spouse or roommate who has a 14 heart meter. If a villager is a marriage candidate, the last 2 hearts will be grayed out, meaning it is capped at 8 hearts instead of 10 until the player has given them a bouquet. Each heart is 250 friendship points. All heart meters can be viewed on the social tab of the game menu. That's something I still think should be changed. I guess it's a good way of knowing which characters are relationship candidates or not, because you'll see the grayed out hearts. But I think it would make more sense for 10 to be the max for everybody. Dating gets you to 12 and marriage gets you to 14. If it has to end at 14. When I originally started, I assumed the 9th heart was dating and the 10th heart was marriage. And then I suddenly have 14 hearts, and it's like, whoa, what are we doing here? I prefer the look of this. When it's like that, maybe we... I don't know if there is a way to have an upwards facing TV. If not, then I might just like add another thing down here with like a table in between, have like an entertainment area. I don't know yet. I just know I want to do more with the space. Almost forgot. Unfortunately, neither of these really help us much, but... we should be spending as much daylight as possible doing the thing we need to do. I'll take some triple shots with me. And some life elixirs just in case. Oh god, I'm actually gonna have to craft at least one life elixir, aren't I? No? Well, okay. It is a crafting recipe. Just because it's not a cooking recipe doesn't mean I don't have to craft it, but that's not that bad. For mass crafting them, that feels like it kind of sucks, but what do I know? What do you mean requires 3 coal? I'm trying to drink a coffee. I should move that back over to where it was. I moved it out the way because I knew I'd be putting a hopper behind it, but... alright. Oh yeah, right, I forgot that's how that works. We have to reach the bottom of the mines in 1 day. Is how the quest works, but... I'm more interested in the radioactive ore. I want to use one of these sunglasses slimes as a thumbnail. The subject of a thumbnail. Right, what am I doing? If I don't... That's why I brought the damn things with me. So if I don't quickly find a staircase, I can just make one. Why is this area like underwater themed now, by the way? Have I not actually come into the dangerous mines before? I thought I did, but none of this looks familiar. I think I've maybe only done Skull Cavern before. With like its dangerous variant. Is there even radioactive ore here? I came revved up to get... There it is. Ooh, and it's a heavy hitter too. 5 hits. Oh, that's new. Mario. I wonder if they actually drop, like, squid loot. Or if they just are what they are. Didn't realize that dodge thing did damage as well, by the way. Assuming that's what just happened. I mean, I'm not seeing much radioactive ore. It might be, rarer here than, Skull Cavern. Genuinely, I may just claim the quest completion now. I don't think I've done this one before. I thought I had, but... Okay, but a new floor, and these guys could drop Kwee gems. And I just got a thing from one of them. Hold up. Golden animal cracker. Okay. Mm. What the fuck? Wait, there's grass down here. What happens if I... Okay. I was curious to see if it would give me hay or not. Like, send hay to my, silos. Oh shit! Does this activate the thing in Skull Cavern that will let me make it... I assume let me make it dangerous whenever I want? So I can farm radioactive ore without the quest having to be active? Oh wait, no, I bet this just lets me make the regular mines dangerous whenever I want. Because that's just at the bottom normally. But there is an skull statue thing outside of, Skull Cavern. And I'm sure that does something. Bust up. Yeah, I'll move this back up to here. I guess this hopper being right here isn't that in the way. And it will make it easier to just grab whatever bar is here and put it down there. What was I just thinking about? Right, I'm gonna have to give this tomorrow. Put away my stuff. Bombs. Mushroom. Hmm. The fair is this year, and so is the wife's birthday. Hmm. Hmm. Did I already try making void egg clothes? I did, and it's what I'm wearing right now, in fact. Did I make dinosaur clothes? Right, dinosaur hat. Just while it's on my mind, do some of that. There we go, now the hopper's actually getting to work. Who here has not... I always expect it to take me a little bit to find the one that's missing the cracker, but okay. Now every one of my 1, 2, 3... Did I miscalculate? Looks like I actually only have 8 bunnies. I thought I already filled it up with the full 12. Well, I'm not going to get the other 4 yet, because I still don't want to have to worry about keeping hay restocked and whatnot. I haven't checked up on these in a while. I suppose, the hopper would be more useful for things that take a long time. Maybe? I don't know, because I feel like if you place down a machine, put something in it, and then it takes a while to complete, you sort of just instinctively go over to that thing when it's done. And you refill it on your own. I'm just like trying to justify in my head or figure out in my head what justifies needing or using a hopper in this game. And the only thing I can think of is it just cuts out like 1 click. I'm just gonna stand up for my hourly stretch. It's good to get up and move your body. I don't do it enough. So the strange bun is another cooking recipe. I wonder how many recipes I have cooked. Because the first achievement comes at 25, so it's 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. Funnily enough, it's 24. So why don't we go ahead and make that 25 with seaweed and any fish. What fish do I have a lot of that I can use as fodder for the any fish recipes? Don't I have a lot of rainbow trout? Sure do. I think I saw rainbow trout specifically was used for one recipe. But yeah, it'll be good for just the any fish recipes. Right, trout soup is the recipe I saw before. And now we've got pale broth and whatnot. So maki roll, 25 recipes. Trout soup, pale broth. Let me tell you, I'm a natural born achievement hunter. Not because I'm any good at it, but because it's what I force myself to do whenever a game has easy enough achievements. I like 100%ing games every so often. Say that much. I have always hated recipe achievements. Super Paper Mario has a craft all recipes. Bug Fables, one of my favorite games of all time, has a craft all recipes. And now this game, which is quickly becoming one of my favorite games I've ever played, has a craft all recipes. In fact, I like to only have 5 things in my Steam favorites collection at all times. I recently removed a Lethal Company. Stardew Valley, I think, deserves to be up there. I have 6 things in my favorites technically, but that's because one of them is T-Mod Loader. I bundled that in with Terraria, and I might get a Steam shortcut for Smappy, I think it's called. Stardew modded API. Yeah, my top 5 favorite games according to my Steam library is Geometry Dash, Celeste, Bug Fables, Terraria, and now Stardew. I don't think that represents my top 5 favorite games of all time, but those are just the Steam favorites. What is my favorite game of all time? I don't think Minecraft deserves to be in there. If I was gonna make like a greatest games of all time, Minecraft would probably be number 1 just for everything that it is and can be. But it's not my personal favorite game. Favorite game to me means like I could make that game the only game I ever play and I would be happy. my god. Did he open his door again? Because there's door banging going on outside my room again. I'll go check that in a sec and close doors, but I think honestly Terraria fits that criteria for me. I could play Terraria forever and probably never get bored. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe it would be Minecraft, just there's a lot you can do in both games, to be honest. So I'm gonna need to bust out the cheese maker again at some point, because cheese is gonna be needed for certain recipes. I still have goat's cheese down here. Honey. You looking through the catalog? Wifey? Waifu? What was I about to do? There was something in-game that I was about to do. Right, I remember now. Throw more of these things into the bone mills. And I have nothing left to do today anyway, so it doesn't matter if I pause or not. I'm gonna check the doors outside because I hear them banging again. Be right back. Okay. Sorry that took so long. That went from me checking every door was shut securely so that the wind would stop causing them to bang, to me real quickly hanging up my clothes that had been washed. But I'm back now. I can't imagine going anywhere or doing anything like this in this game. Right. Okay. Let's just head to bed, shall we? After I bring up a Bream. Oh, and a sunfish. For some reason I read that as any fish. I'll go to sleep anyway. Right. We have our eggplants fully grown. Seems we have another harvest of corn today as well. So I'll pop a farmer's lunch. And also just a triple shot, because why the hell not? I will not ever complain about extra move speed. I don't know if it's become obvious or not, but I've gotten into this habit of, I like to use the sprinklers to align myself in such a way that I consistently get this position where my scythe reach is clearing for crops adjacent to me. I really like this new meta that I finally clocked into, where I came to realize some crops grow through multiple seasons, like corn with summer and fall, or coffee with spring and summer. That's gonna make producing those crops generally a lot easier. How do you mass produce moss? You know what? I bet I know what it is. I bet you tap wild trees. No, wild trees make fiddlehead ferns. No, they drop them. Tapper Stardew. Green rain trees do make fiddlehead ferns, as I suspected. Also, I didn't know Mystic Syrup and Oak Resin take the same amount of time to complete. I thought everything took the same amount of time to complete, strangely enough. Because they take the same amount of time to complete. And sap from mahogany trees produces every day. So, like, I was thinking I would check in at the end of each week. But mahogany trees produce every day. Maybe I should mass craft some of these. I took the honey inside, didn't I? In case it was a part of any crafting recipes or cooking recipes. I think I already upgraded everything on the island, but I just find it weird that I still have so many golden walnuts remaining. The farm obelisk. Cost 20. Allow players to teleport back to the farm, similar to a warp totem. Location Ginger Island farmhouse. Also, just the return scepter at some point will also be helpful. Purchased from Krobus for 2 million. Which I'm steadily approaching. And I'll get there, but... Allegedly, I should just be able to purchase this from a parrot west of this. There he is. You know, I heard from some source that there was still something to buy, but I could never see another parrot. He's just up here. Okay, guess I can set that as completed. Oh, interesting. It also gave me one of these. For a while now, I've been wondering what this little thing at the bottom is. I'm just now recognizing that as a beak. That's something. Yeah, I'll stop by the walnut room. May as well grab this vein of ginger. I obviously don't have a new quest available yet, but you can get more Junimo chests. Praise the Lord. That's what actually makes them useful, is that you can get as many as you want. You can turn in the last of your golden walnuts for Quee gems. That gives them a use. You know what? I'm not mad about that at all. That's a very decent way of giving those further uses. Deconstructors you can only buy, hoppers you can at least craft. Honestly, I don't think there's anything left here that I want to purchase. Maybe an aquatic sanctuary? Because I assume it lets you place more fish in it than the aquarium I currently have. So it would let me show off all of the legendary fish at once. I don't really feel too heavily about any of these other things. I could, in fact, get a second Infinity Blade. Or enough Galaxy Souls for another Infinity Blade, but I don't have the Ember Shards for such a thing. So you know what? I will hold off for once. Doesn't this show you your perfection tracker? Yes. So this is where we get to see everything we need. We need the other two obelisks. We need the golden clock, which is 3 million gold. Cook everything, craft everything, and then that's it. So pretty much all my problems are solved with money. Money, money, more money. Mo money, mo solutions to my problems. That means, okay, I'm really happy about that, because that means I'll be able to check in on my island farm daily, guilt-free, because I won't have to take I won't have to take the boat back, which just takes time, and I won't need to warp totem back, which takes resources. We're all good. Oh boy! Funnily enough, this effect is about to run out. I didn't realize. Our sweet gemberries are ready, which means expanding the amount. I want to build up a good amount of sweet gemberries and rare seeds. Because I want to get to a point where I can fill like one of these with sweet gemberries at some point. Maybe. Maybe. The island might not be a bad place to plant like ancient seeds. But okay, I want high quality sweet gemberries because that's how you get more seeds out of them. As if they're higher quality. Hmm. I might honestly just use this back room in my house as my place for turning stuff into seeds. And I'm placing them like this because it means I get to come here like this and walk around in a big circle. By the time I do that, these are ready to start taking them out. So we're putting 39 in. Don't forget. 39 fruits going in. Get 63 seeds out. I mean, shit. I'll take it. And you know something I didn't realize until just now, but now that I've noticed it, it's pissing me off. There you go. I know I cleared slightly more space than I needed here, but that's alright. Alright, and this is getting to be quite a surprisingly long stream, considering we started at around like this day or this day of the previous month. So it's been 2.5 hours on just another week in game. So I think I'm gonna cut it short here, because I have some stuff I need to go and do. And then after that, just do other stuff. Some stuff I need to do for tomorrow, so I'd like to clear my head of that. And that'll be the end of the stream, so peace out.